Hello, welcome, welcome, people. I want to always stress out it's not your women's fault getting abused. As I've always been taught by my dad and grandpa, if you hear it, you see it, you report it. It makes me mad when a person beat their girlfriend or their wife. Uh-uh. Ladies, it's time to break the chain. If you got kids, your kids gonna think that is what they're supposed to do. Time to break the chain. Because the reason I'm doing it, I'm not gonna mention what she looks like or what she drives. She's being abused. She lives in Scott County, Indiana, which I think that's about the 37 mile marker if you come up on I-65. I ask her, you can tell by looking at a person how they act or bruisers. I know, ladies, you said you ran into a doorknob or you fall down the steps. The good cops out there knows the truth. Make sure you file a police report, 911 call, let them come out, hospital. Tell the truth. I know you're scared. But if you remember, I forget what state it is, this woman killed her husband, charged with murder, convicted. But, she killed her abuser. But here's a mistake that she made. I don't want you to make it. She failed to report it. No 911 calls to back anything up. But this governor of that state commuted or whatever he done. You all probably remember because there's other states that was the same way. So, you know, you know, that's one I don't like. I know what I like to do if I catch a man beating a woman in front of me. But who's going to jail? Me or him for beating his old lady or getting on him? Probably me. But I want to make it a point. Ladies, leave. Make sure you report it. No matter if you're threatened, I'd rather for you all to be safe and your children to be safe. And I just saw on my phone an app, another sheriff who's retired. Uh, I forget what his name is. He used to be a Jeff Cobb, but man, I had it on the tip. I forget what his name. I think he came in maybe right after Buddy Parker. I think he passed away. So prayers goes out to his family. I wish I could. Danny Rodden, I believe was his name. He was the sheriff of Clark County. So I got that on the news app, this and that. So prayers goes out to him. He was a good sheriff. Compare what the ex-sheriff. Okay, I want to put this out for DUI Guide, Megan Fox, the Umbrella Guy. I know you're gonna do your homework. And I want your people out there to let them know. To your people, I want you to do a story in Clark County, Indiana. The ex-sheriff, Jamie Knoll. He got over 25 counts, tax evasion, stuff like that. I want the Umbrella Guy, Megan Fox, DUI Guy, the whole family, the whole Knoll family's being arrested. Jamie, his wife, and daughter. And you all can go to YouTube, type in Jamie Knowles' name. You can see the TV station's reports. A week ago today, Indiana State Police out of Indianapolis. They can't trust that State Police out of District 45, which is Sellersburg. Like I said, you got bad cops every year. If the state police in Indianapolis would trust District 45, they would had them do investigation. But Jamie Knoll used to be a state trooper out of District 45, so to me that'd be a conflict of interest. So I guess that's why Indianapolis do that. Get back to last Wednesday, the Indiana State Police served a search warrant at Jamie Knowles' house down there around Utica. Plus, they were waiting on this clothes company to deliver his new suits, which he bought with a Utica Fire Department credit card, New Chapel Fire Department, and the New Chapel Ambulance Service, which he still to this day got those credit cards. So, you know, you remember, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. And also, while they searching the house, they found, I believe it was 2 9mm. Okay, if you watch the YouTube videos of Jamie Knowles from the TV stations, you found out that he's only allowed to have one gun. That was a shotgun. And if you listen to that judge, he said, but you can watch the video on Jamie Knoll there in YouTube from those news stations while they cover it. So don't mess with me or you be in trouble. Well, he supposedly went to court today, but from what I read last night on the news app, it was put off. Let's see, let me look, see if there's anything on the, you know. Where's the TV apps? $11:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or EDT, or however you want to do it. Well, okay, I know it. Oh, let's see. Mm, it don't have nothing on WDRB TV. Okay, also today, let you know, bomb threats at four Louisville school, JCPS. Police called to the national-wide swatting situation. That's over at Louisville School today. That's on WLKY TV. But I don't see anything on here. Let's try WHS. That's a Louisville TV station, local TV station. Okay, this on WHS TV News. So that's, I hate these commercials.
Asking a judge to step in and remove Jamie Knoll from a credit card holder on their account.
Talking about the former Clark County, Indiana sheriff, of course, this is the organization Knoll ran for several years until he was placed on leave in November, fully removed in January. Focus reporter Travis Breeze is here right now. Travis, why do they believe they need to do this?
Well, Doug and Shay, the organization says Knoll has made purchases using those cards this year, and he is refusing to return them. They don't know how much money they will be asking for, but it could be the full sum that Knoll is alleged to have misused. In a new civil lawsuit, Jamie Knoll's former organization accusing him of continuing to use credit cards after he was no longer an employee. They apparently made numerous attempts to no avail. Utica Township VFA and New Chapel EMS new CEO Matt Owen said last week they had, quote, isolated these cards from the organization, but American Express won't even talk to them because Knoll is the registered card holder. The lawsuit asks to be refunded for all purchases since January, but over the phone Monday, Owen said they may seek to expand it to the total amount that Knoll is accused of spending on himself. State police say that's over $3.5 million. When we asked Owen if UTVFA is in credit card debt, he said, quote, there is a balance, but would not elaborate. He also would not comment on if Knoll turned in any credit card receipts while he was the CEO for many years, saying, I think that will come out in the criminal case.
Because you all heard that. It's from WHS TV in Louisville, Kentucky. And, you know, if that's on the Utica Fire Department or New Chapel, they sure have the right to cancel it. I like to see Megan Fox and the DUI guy put, you know, it's a little story. But this happens all over the United States of police officers. But it's close to the DUI guy in Louisville, Kentucky. Clark County is just across the bridge from Louisville. Okay, I'm going to read it. Jamie Knoll and his family are accused of making millions of dollars worth of purchases on Utica Township Volunteer Firefighter Association credit card. And the Utica Township attempted to gain control of the credit cards that were draining of $5 million by its former chief and the family. A complaint for declaratory relief was filed Friday in Clark County Superior Court by attorney Heather Peters on behalf of the Utica Volunteer Fire Association. Despite being arrested and facing numerous felony charges, former Sheriff Jamie Noel, let me spell Jamie in case you all don't know it, Jamel, no, Noel, still has access to the credit cards association with the departments, according to the complaint. No, the former sheriff also ran the Utica Volunteer Fire Association until years later when he was removed in January. The department made numerous attempts to gain control of the account, but since No is listed as a primary card holder, those attempts have not been successful. Okay, people, Megan Fox, you a DUI guy, the umbrella guy. Couldn't that special judge or special prosecutor, we got both of them, couldn't that judge order him right there and then to turn him over? And can they throw him in jail? You know, that's something to think about. Oh, maybe raise his bond up to $5 million. I know that assesses, but he's still using those credit cards to you citizens of Clark County. Thank you. Thank you all. No directed the companies of each card of account and American Express business card and the SYNCHRONY bank account to direct debits all payments due or wrong and on to the Utica Fire Department. Jamie Noel, his wife Misty Noel, and their daughter Casey, Kasey, all facing multiple charges, accused of spending up towards $5 million of the Utica Fire Department on themselves. That's right here, people. It's right here on WHAS TV. We report and ask Jamie to turn over the cards, this and that, starting in January, so we officially asking for reimbursements of any purchase he made since January 2024. Owen said in the lawsuit could span including multiple years of charge pertaining to the full amount the ISP accused Noel of spending on himself. And also, I reported ISP, Indiana State Police, searched Jamie Noel looking for $184,000 in fine clothing. And the complaint also states that Utica Township Volunteer Fire Association can't issue a stop payment order on accounts without causing harm or credit score and purchasability. The department can't stop debts from that account since it has no excess. I've got a question for like the DUI guy, Megan Fox, and Umbrella guy, or any other ones that got YouTube channels like MG Law. That'd be a good story. Owen said American Express will not speak to anyone other than Jamie since he is the card holder. Well, since his name is on it, why are they sending the bills to Utica Fire Department? It should go straight to him. Also questions people, why can't they, the Utica Township Fire Department, it's next to Jeffersonville along the river. So that's something, those questions need to answer. This is a good news story. It needs to get out. See, Owen said American Express, not speaking another one since he's the car holder. He urging a judge to order the company to drop him from the account. Owen said the balance on the card will not provide an amount. So, Jamie knows facing 25 felony counts. So I got to make a little outhouse call. I'll be back in a few minutes. So just take some time.
I'll respond to units from Battalion 4. You can cancel. Engine 44 can handle.
It's 287 South First to notify a mother or female they're going to take into custody and come pick her car up at this point.
You can cancel. There's no available. 11:27.
What are you down there with? Maybe in a house there a long time. No.
I'll attach the. I'm going to attach this person identification. Can you tell me who the second person is?
County callback chance ending in 625. I believe that's going to be related to other callback chance.
Oh.
They called me back here for this. I'll try it over my mind.
I'm sorry, people, I had to do that. That's one thing I hate of doing is taking my medicine early in the morning.
I'll be out to Albany.
So when I take it at night, I don't have any problems. But the way my stomach is,
I like it. I love it. I want some more.
okay, you get some more. Just hold your horses, sir. I can only do so much things. I tell you, I used to have a GMC pickup truck, green. I guess you call it a lowrider. It had your ground effects. It sit close to the ground. I should never trade it in. But Coyote, Coral Chevrolet, and Clarksville screwed me. But when you buy a vehicle, you got so many days to take it back. After 2 days, I took it back. I wanted it. Or, that day I bought this Dodge pickup truck I had. They said we sold it. I haven't signed any paperwork. They lied. It was still in the parking lot. When I went back 2 days later, they said we sold it. I said, I got 7 days, 5 to 7 days, something like that, to do it. And man, this ex-sheriff in Clark County, Jamie Noe, keep getting his butt in more trouble. He being I'm going to say an a-hole. I like to say something else, but I know the kids is in school somewhere in the United States because there is children sitting with their parents watching YouTube. Remember that, people. Be careful what you say because kids can be there sitting with their parents or the grandkids. Just remember that. There's one YouTube channel I watch. I like him. That's for public safety. I don't know. I don't know, War. They went a week ago today. You people don't know who I'm talking about. It's Jamie Noe, the ex-sheriff of Clark County, Indiana. You need to go to YouTube, type in Jamie Noe, and you see all the reports that the local TV station did. I read you something from the Utica Fire Department. He still got the credit cards. And they won't do nothing. But why would the Utica Fire Department be responsible for that credit card? And Jamie Noe is the card holder. To me, ain't he responsible for it? I would say yes. But Jamie Noe was supposed to went to court today. Because I've told you last Wednesday, Indiana State Police Department was at his house in Utica, Indiana last Wednesday. About this time of day. maybe earlier, waiting on this delivery of those $1,000 to $5,000 suits. Well, the guy showed up, they confiscated it. They confiscated other suits. But also in the search, they found, I believe it's 2 9mm that he's not supposed to have. If you go to them videos on YouTube, you see when they was in court that the judge said you have to turn all your guns in. You're allowed to keep one shotgun and no more. And the judge said, don't mess with me if you think I'm joking. I guarantee you, he's in trouble over that too. Because you know, police departments throughout the United States gets those government supplies like what they call in California, the Bearcat, the armor vehicle that they use, the SWAT team uses. They got stuff like that and other stuff. They found over 26 storage containers, the big storage containers that you can haul on a special semi trailer if you are, or the ones you see on those big ships, sitting on top. They found 26 of them, but they're looking at more, which is on Highway 62 between Charlestown and Jeff. They got a bunch of them back there. That makes me mad. Why would a guy like him? I want to tell you a story. We got 92 counties here in Indiana. And back when Buddy Parker was the sheriff, he used to be the chief of police of Jeffersonville. I got to be good friends with him. He was a good sheriff, and his jail was good. He passed state and federal inspection. Clark County used to be a federal holdover, but I think the feds took it away from them. But you look at Scott County, Indiana, up the road from me, about 5-6 miles to Scottsburg. Jerry Gooden, who used to be an Indiana State Trooper, this is his second term in Scott County, Indiana. He has passed the state inspection. He has passed the federal inspection. And yes, I want to let you people know, I don't know what I can do. I don't live in Scott County. I live in Clark County, Indiana. But you people that lives in Scott County, remember in May, vote those county council out, like at Hughes Bank or whatever her name is. I believe she's the president of the council. Her husband, well, put it that way, the Indiana State Police investigating her and her husband. He had those storage trailers on their property and other places. And they haven't arrested him yet, but maybe he's being a snitch. Like I say, if you people don't know where Clark County, Indiana is, look at I-65 at the border of Louisville, Kentucky, and Jeffersonville, Indiana. As soon as you cross that bridge into Indiana on 65, you're in Clark County until you get back to 23.5. you'd be in Scott County. But you got to give about Jerry Gooden. Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to give him the big clap. Because he came sheriff of Scott County, Indiana. You had drugs, you had the ladies of the night, you had AIDS, you had all that. Since he took sheriff and they got a good prosecutor and good judges, you all want to stay out of Scott County. Your bond's going to be high. You're guaranteed to get prison time. Scott County prosecutor and the judges not putting up with those drugs, period. They catch you. They guarantee to catch you. So stay out of Scott County. Well, I wish that Scotty Maples would make Clark County dry, but he's in there for the money. You remember he was Jamie Noe's right-hand man. I just got this feeling they're going to find stuff on Scotty Maples. I'm willing to bet 2-1 they're going to find stuff on him. You know, that's only my opinion. They've got more search warrants, which I don't know if they get it out of Clark County because somebody in the courthouse is leaking that information out. But you can do it from another county, I would say. But like I said, people, you need to look at it. Go to YouTube, type in Jamie Noe's name. You see all those TV stations, WAVE, WHAS, WLKY, WDRB. That's the local stations for around here. And look at those videos. I'm directing it to you, Megan Fox, to you, Umbrella Guy, and to you, DUI Guy, MG Law. You know, I know you all doing stories on the turtle lady and stuff like that. But this is a big story for you all to put out there on you all's YouTube channel. You know, it needs to be told what him, his wife, and daughter is doing. You know, it could be happening in your state. If you know Megan Fox, why am I calling her Mary for? That was my late wife who passed away back in December. So you, Megan Fox, Umbrella DUI Guy. I don't know if the DUI guy would want to do it since he's close to Jeffersonville. You all can get stuff. It needs to be put out there. I know that one, Ward. A jailbird. I guarantee you, being sheriff, they know every secret's out there. They know everything on anybody. You know, somebody's going to roll over on him. That's good. You see things when you're a sheriff. I remember back when I was younger, I used to ride around with the Charlestown Police Department back in my younger days. I don't think I was in my 20s. I could have been maybe 18 or 20. And the first thing they tell me, if we pull somebody over or see something that might be a VIP, you can't say nothing. And that's how come police officers, they know I won't mention their names or what police departments, which that's good. I love it. So bless you all. So, thank you, R. I tell you, if you remember your history, I was born during the Korean War. That's in the 50s. So that tells you. You can see all this weight I lost. How, before I lost 60 some odd pounds, this is all feeling good. I even lost 60, 62, 65 pounds. I find out next week when I go to my sugar doctor. I go to my a new doctor Friday in New Albany. Not a gynecologist, or it starts with a G. I see them Friday. And I'll probably do a live stream on my way to New Albany. I might have to take 31 because at the 9 mile marker southbound, they got them orange cones, but they got a sign that said exit here. Well, you exit like the sign says, they got out of the barrels, which you can't get through. Then you got to get back out and drive around it. They need to move that sign up a little bit closer where you can go without hitting those barrels like I did last week. So I want to make it a point for DUI guy, Megan Fox, the umbrella guy, and MG Law. Megan, since she's a reporter, she probably get documents and stuff. They do. That's one thing I like about the DUI guy, umbrella guy, Megan Fox, MG Law, and a bunch of others I can't remember. So they can get stuff. They do their homework. They done their homework on what the hell. If you saw last night on Madam Mayor, they canceled the town hall meeting. But why wouldn't the former mayor get a notification? There was going to be big fireworks there. Because I was hoping they had the meeting and told old lady get arrested. And John Crook and the baby gets taken away by CPS. That's what I call them, Child Protective Service. But Florida probably got something else. And what I've been finding out watching What the Hell, Megan Fox, the parents only gave him temporary guardianship. I try to listen to everything, but what's screwed up is the father never did sign his rights away, or the mother. Usually CPS will put him with another family member. Well, they didn't put it with grandma. You know how the turtle lady is, a liar. She probably threatened them or something. You know all how she is.
When we get there, and if we
So
need to go south, we'll have it.
yeah, you all like the turtle lady, don't you? That's what I say. It's funny. But I wish that the appeals court will move ahead of the thing. As you know, James, what the hell's is back in Florida. He went up to Ohio. Maybe he filed more charges or signed some more papers. He'll probably talk about that later. So we just have to see on that. But make sure you all go to the DUI guide, subscribe. Same as Megan Fox, the Umbrella Guy, MG Law, especially the expert. I watched his video, I guess last night. I guess it was Megan Fox sent all them orange hearts, you know. I kind of like him sometimes. He's a funny guy. He wants to make me live long because, you know, watching him, it makes me feel good. But, you know, he's a nice guy. I don't know him personally, but I've been watching him on MG Law, the Umbrella Guys show, and a bunch of other shows. So that is good to me.
Hello. Hello. Okay. That's they call me Alvin. Well, yeah. I guess legally I am Alvin. Cause that was my mother's name, Alvin. So that can't be a copyright law because legally my last name is Alvin. Legally, but my adopted name is Cartwright. No, Salem is not far from me. It's kind of northwest of me from Scottsburg.
From Scottsburg, you take 56 there in Scottsburg, take it west, and they take you into Salem. Calvin Hill says, stay in Salem, Indiana. Hey, Salem's a good place to live, people. You got a racetrack where they run kind of like NASCAR, but Campbell's in it and a bunch of other people there by the airport. But I heard they bought the airport and the airport moved or something. But when I was young, I went past the fairgrounds there to Highway 337. Well, Salem was an asphalt track the last time I went. It was an asphalt track. See, you got NASCAR. What's the other group of it's NASCAR? I can't think of it. They might have a dirt track next to it. I ain't been that way for a long time. I guess if I can afford it this summer, I think I'd take a trip over to Orleans. Calvin Hill, you probably know where Orleans, Indiana's at. You hit 337 off of 56, take it into Orleans. Orleans did have an airport. They got a school. Then I guess they still got the high school downtown by the square. I know the fishing hole that my grandpa, Homer Roberts, used to go fishing. I guess that'd be north of town, I guess. There was a pond out there. My grandpa Roberts was sitting in one spot and caught more fish than anybody else. Everybody else was moving around. My grandpa was sitting in one spot and caught more fish. And I'm going back a long time, Calvin, here, if you're on here, that I forget the street. It was probably a block or two away from the square. Coming in on 337, there used to be an alley behind my grandpa's house. And on the corner of that alley in 337, I believe they used to have a firehouse. Behind that, I believe, was an international tractor dealer. And next door to my grandpa's house was a house. You had Billy, that was one of the kids, and I think Amy and another one, but she had a beauty shop in the house. If you all from Orleans, Indiana, or Salem probably know the house I'm talking about. And that beauty house to the left, there was a church on the corner. Behind the church was a family member of my grandpa's. And next door to Roberts, my grandpa, the house coming in off of 337 was another family member's house. But I can't think of the name. That's what happened, We used to go over every Sunday and, go to church over there, ate grandma's cooking. So, but I still want to make a point, people. If you hear it, you see it, you report it. I want you people check with your family, your daughters, your sisters. See if they've been abused. Boy, it makes me mad. Ladies, I know it's not your fault, but if you cheat on your husband, it's your fault, but you still don't have the right to beat you. But I blame your husband for not doing his homework. That's for him. Ain't that funny? But you have to break the chain of the abuse. If you got kids, they're going to see it, the boy or the girl. You do got a few women out there that is control freaks. So it's time to break the chain, people. If you hear it, you see it, you report it. I know you don't want to get involved. If you're close enough, you can video record it. There's signs you can look for. If you all been friends a long time with a woman, and all at once she changed, different attitude about life, this and that, or alone, or don't have that many friends. There's signs you can look up on the internet. Women, what's the signs for women who've been abused? I also make a point to your ladies. You need a paper trail. Call your police. 911 them. They have to show up. But you have good police officers out there that knows the sign. I know this lady, you hear me talk about her in Scott County, Indiana. I said, why can't you leave? So my husband threatened to kill me and my kids. You know, what's going to happen, people? Check with your families anywhere in the United States, especially in Scott County, Indiana. I just want to, they need protection. But also, ladies, you need the paper trails. Just like if you go to the hospital, them doctors know that you've been abused. So tell them doctors, if your old man ain't in there, tell the doctor. And the doctor won't let them in there. That's your right. You're the patient. He's not. It's time to break that cycle. As I've checked, I'm up to, let's see what. I remember Dale Earnhardt used to run dirt. Well, last year up in Scott County at the 4-H fair, Jake Gibson, the owner of the Sports Zone Speedway in Clarksville, he had it open last year, but not going to have it this year. Oh, that makes me, you know what. So that, I miss it. I'd rather watch the dirt track. It separate the men and ladies from little boys and girls. It's fun watching them. There used to be a dirt track down in Kentucky somewhere. You had Butterball, Ray Crane, and all them. You get down the number one turn, and you got to be careful. Butterball and them, if you happen to go off on the side of the curve, you go whoop down the hill, then I had to have a tow truck to pull you back up the hill. I love Butterball. His father-in-law was Ray Crane. They both raced at the Sports Zone Speedway, which is in Clarksville, around the 4 or 5 mile marker. As you know, I'm not drinking Pepsi Zero today. I'm drinking Mug, M-U-G, root beer, zero sugar, which Pepsi makes Mug. But Pepsi, I am P.O. at you right now. I went to the dollar store at 32 Leota Road at the corner of Highway 31 and 356. Got up to the counter. No zero Pepsi in those little boxes. Hello, Casey. How you doing? Well, here it's after lunch, about 12:04, I think, here in Indiana. Hey, buddy, welcome Casey to the room. Welcome Casey to the room. And, you know, you got jobs coming from everywhere, War. I love dirt track. Thank you, War. That's good. All my radio clock kicked on. I had to reach over and turn the button off. Casey, he been on here. Well, I just been a YouTuber about a couple of weeks before Christmas. And he makes me feel proud. He said, I don't look a day over 40. I'm 70 plus. You know, I love people. Sometimes I don't know what I want to talk about until I lay down, talk a catnap, this and that. First thing I did, turn my cell phone on and saw Jamie No. I had a report on that, but my main concern is the ladies that's getting abused. I cannot stand that. God would take care of those abusers. But ladies, Warsha with your friends, Casey with your friends. If you hear it, you see it, you report it. Everybody got friends, girlfriends, cousins. You might notice their attitude change. But your ladies need to have a paper trail. Either 911 calls, hospital bills where you got abused, but you got to break the cycle. You got to break the chain. Because your kids not need to see stuff. Maybe your old man, maybe he was abused, or maybe he saw his mother and dad abusing each other. It's time to break the cycle. So,
I like it. I love it. I want some more.
oh, you're getting some more. I've been on here about an hour and 3 minutes. I wonder what the temperature outside. I got to put my sticker on my license plate. Oh, it's getting warm. And put on it. It's today, the 20th. I'm about 4 days overdue. I haven't put it on, but like I say, the Pony Express, you people say, what is he talking about, the Pony Express? Well, it's the post office. You remember back in the cowboy days, or maybe you hear your grandpa or great grandpa telling stories about the cowboy days. Pony Express, stagecoach bringing the mail to the town. That's what's going on now. Say, I live 20 miles away, and somebody mailed me a letter from Louisville to my house. You know how long it'd take to get here? 7 to 14 days plus, just for 20 miles. I don't like it. Or here to California, 48 hours. It takes over 14 days to get from here to California. I want to see them cut the budget from the post office. They're getting worse. You know, I don't like it. I got a bill coming up on the 2nd. I try to get them to change it to the 4th or the 14th. They won't do it. They're going to charge me a late fee. I sent them $500 a couple of weeks ago since Leaf Filter wouldn't take it. They sent it back, had to cancel it, make a new one, ship it off to these people. But people, beware of Leaf Filter. If you're a senior citizen, they'd take advantage of you like they did me. I told them I was waiting on my lawyer from the lawsuit before I can pay them. Let's back up a few steps. They supposed to have been, scheduled for December the 1st. I canceled it a few days before December. I canceled it in November. Well, my son's mother was dying of cancer. We had to go there where we could spend time with her. And she wanted to make sure that her other sons wanted me at the funeral. And she got some of her wish, but the baby one asked me to leave, just like his daddy. I knocked that out. I knocked the crap out of him younger. But who did? The police arrested me. And he stopped, got out of the car, and all this. My ex-wife, apologized for it since she was sick and dying of cancer. But she was a good lady. She didn't cheat on me. All we did like this. I'm thinking of my kid. What's the best interest? So I divorced her. She had temporary custody, and I got full custody and all that. Got him into Head Start. With Head Start, he had a few problems. That's good for Head Start. They kind of give the kids a physical, an IQ test. I know they're young. Doctors look at them. The dentists look at them. They found out a few things he had. So they helped me get him on SSI back there then. I had a piece of paper. I had to write down everything that I spent, how much for rent. They had it broke down, how much I'm supposed to pay on the rent, electric, gas bill, food, this and that. I had to break it all down. Clothes, I had to write it down, keep the receipt. And once a year, I had to send it in. My computer brain is not too smart. I was adding those figures in my head. I screwed up. They want to know where 3 cents was.
She was instructed to have her father in the morning, and it's not from further.
So also some of your people, I look a bunch of comments of other people's YouTube channel. I subscribe to those channels too. So maybe they might have 1 or maybe 5. I want to help them out like you all helping me out with subscribers. So I want to thank you all. So it's getting, the computer has is a 44 outside. My cell phone has 53, so who's right?
Negative was 10-20.
Since I got a cell tower close to my house. If you all notice, you're driving down the interstate, you see cell towers about every 5 or 10 miles. Those cell towers is up in the gigahertz frequency. I know some of you know some ham radio operators. You know, some of you might be a ham operator. And they tell you the gigahertz frequency is a line of sight. If the leaves is out, it cuts the distance down. If you all remember back when cell phones used to come out in a bag, I think it was a Motorola with the antenna. They was down there in about the 150, I think 152 megahertz. You can go farther, but the higher you go up in the gigahertz frequency, you're not going to get too far. That's how come you see cell towers closer together. And when I went up by my brother's house, cell service in Lexington, Indiana sucks. I don't know what they do for cell phone service unless they use Spectrum service. I don't know. I did see cable going through the town of Lexington, Indiana. Me, if I live up in Lexington, Indiana, I guess they got a few hills, but you know, if that's 10 acres or something like that, I would contact some of those cell phone companies. Oh, I hear a fire truck. They're coming up by the house. They going up to Country Lake Road. I would go, but I got to go to the doctor Friday, so I got to save my gasoline. I hear another fire truck coming. I just got blood on my cotton picking computer. You know, I got my windows open. That's one I hate. You got them shoe flies coming in. Hello, Samantha. Good afternoon. It's good afternoon where I'm at. You know, I've been thinking about you. I've been watching some other videos. Samantha, do you have a sister named Ashley? I think you know where I'm coming from. Because Ashley has a sister named Samantha. Okay. I want to make sure, but I know you've been watching What the Hells and what's going on in Otters Creek about Turtle Lady. Turtle Lady is Samantha and Ashley's stepmother. You can go to YouTube and I think you just type in Ashley. She talked about the abuse that she went through. She was abused So was Samantha. They both telling their story. And now I know what I like to do, but God don't want me to do it. God will take care of that himself. But how can, like I said, Turtle Lady is a scam artist. She tried to get people to donate to her turtle rescue. Some of them turtles has died. If you watch Madame Mare last night in Aldous Creek, if it wasn't for the people and what the hell, that property never would got cleaned up. But like Jeremy said, do not contact any of those people he talks about because of that a-hole, Craig a-hole, which you all know who I'm talking about. Well, Turtle Ladies is Preston. If you've been watching all What the Hells or Megan Fox, man, that means you must not be on YouTube this much. You need to watch What the Hells. Jamie here, he does like storage lockers, and he has this stalker. Her name is Lynette Preston, and John Cook, or I call him Crook, and they followed Hale and George to Aldous Creek, Florida. And that's bad. Lynette, I call her Liar Preston or Turtle Lady. She's abusing this 4-year-old girl. Well, the DUI guy has talked about Aldous Creek and What the Hells. And they, they had Jamie and George on his channel. I think it was last week, I think. They've been going over the reports of the court there in Aldous Creek, Florida. And I like Larry Foreman. He's a good lawyer. Come on. I hate these flies. But when you open the window up, it has a screen. They still come in. Lexi, oh, don't tell me it's a time for you to look for a husband. You too young. You're not going to have it. Sorry. So, well, I do watch the Wranglers sometime, Casey. But, I know more about him. I done the homework on him. Sometimes he has some good things, but when you edit certain things, you leave out the important things. I like to watch them, but some things it upsets me, and I won't watch things that upsets me. So, it's your right to watch anything you want. It's your right as a citizen. I watch a bunch of them. I watch the DUI guy, Megan Fox. She's a reporter. You need to watch her show. Like Megan Fox, writer, like she's a writer. The Umbrella guy. He has a college education. That's why you won't see what his face looked like. Because in the field he's in, he's been threatened by people. You could say maybe like a doctor or a therapist. You have to watch his show. I'll kill another fly. But I want my window open. I want some fresh air. So, but remember, ladies, something, Casey, I like to see the Wrangler bring stuff out about abused women. How can they get help? I like to see all this crap on anybody's YouTube channel. Only thing I can tell you do, call your local police department. But you ladies, you've got to have a paper trail. In case you decide to kill that son of a gun, because he's beating the heck out of you. You can search on the internet. I forget what this state was. She was charged with murder. She was found guilty. There's a few other states in the same boat. And since there's no paperwork, you got to have paper trails, police reports, hospital. This lady didn't have anything. There's other cases, the same thing. They didn't have any paperwork. You got to have a paper trail. Well, you could do like, no, that'd get me in trouble. I want to tell you a story. He was one of my doctors growing up. He's dead now, but he went out drinking. He was married. His wife caught him. He came home drunk. Well, his wife got crazy glue, put it in his hand, and you can guess where she put it. Well, I guess he woke up or something and called a meat wagon. Went over to the hospital in Louisville, Kentucky. Figured nobody knew about it. Well, guess one of the nurses there, she was from Charlestown. But I think that taught him a lesson. That'll get you to laugh. That's the truth, I'm telling you. But he lived in Clark County. That's all I'm going to say. But he's dead. He has kids. I thought when I heard what his wife did with the crazy glue, I had to laugh because I went to the doctor's office, I guess a few days later, a week later. And I said, Doctor so-and-so, did you have a good day over at the hospital in Louisville with that crazy glue? He said, how did you hear about it? I said, everybody in Charlestown, Indiana knows about it. I'm the first one to say it. That was so funny. But guys, you got to be careful. You beat your wife up or anything or cheat on her. What's that other woman? he cheated on her and she cut it off. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, Bobbitt. I remember that. Just like it was. But guys, don't cheat because it comes worse on you, maybe. You know, I know that's no joking matter, but at the time it was funny. But I guess old Bobbitt, I guess they sold it back on or whatever. But he learned not to cheat anymore. You know, but it's weird. You know, I'm talking things that happened 20 plus years ago. And you all remember this lady. She had kids. She drove into the river. God had taken care of that lady. You know, that's what I do, Casey. I'm 70 plus years old. I live out in the country. There's no place I can walk to. They got no dollar stores, family dollar stores, fast food restaurants. You know, no place I can walk with my health problems. Just when I go up there and walk on the main road, when I start coming back across the bridge, I have to sit down for a little bit. That takes a lot out of me. Ain't that right? Ain't it right, Lexi? I know you're just starting to wanting a husband. Who would be later on in the week? Well, you still a young female kitty cat. I'm sorry, but I don't have the money. I get my tomcats fixed. I do that, but I see I didn't hit the lotto, so I have to wait until Friday to buy me another Powerball Mega Million. People said, what would I do if I had some money? You know, well, I might take my house down and at least leave $10,000 on it. You know, pay most of it off. I would build onto my house. You know, I know you heard my dreams about it. I would have to get a special person where I could jack my house up and put a basement underneath it. Make the kitchen bigger. You know, it's only a 2-bedroom house out in the country with water and septic tank. Come on, move. Move, move, move. I can abuse you all cats when it's your time to hunt for a husband. You all done broke my vaporizer humidifier. I had to wait for about another 2 weeks before I get another one. So I love chatting with people. Well, every time I go to the doctor, they stick a thing on my finger. I just had some blood work done Monday. You know, they stick that thing, I guess that tells the oxygen level. I get my blood pressure checked. I get weighed. And the doctor I go to Friday, I forget what he's called. It starts with a G. And I said, come on. I guess not gynecologist, that's a woman's doctor. You know, okay. Gas something, that's who I got to see Friday. So I had problems with my throat. I'm eating something I shouldn't eat, but if I show it, then they get me for copyright law or something. Is Milk Duds. I know it got sugar. You know, when I used to drink alcohol and smoke marijuana back in my younger days, I just glad it's not this time of day, because I'd probably been dead because of the stuff they got now. But people, knock on wood, you got to have the willpower. I've been sober from drugs and alcohol 25 plus years. Well, I believe it could be possible. I don't walk much when it's cold outside. My heart doctor tells me if I go outside in the wintertime, I got to put a mask on. You see these? If I put a mask on, it gets foggy. That looks like it's crooked. That's what it looks like. It feels funny. Well, you can't see without them. It was bent a little bit, but I've always been told, I had one doctor says I got asthma. But I've told the doctors, and I could use some asthma spray. Another fly bit the dust, but I want my window open. I like fresh air. I know a whole lot of girls named Samantha. This Samantha, she's cute, skinny, blonde, used to babysit my son. I think her mom was named Gayla. She's dead. She died years ago. Probably five so years ago. I miss Gayla. I miss Sam. But, I got a whole lot of friends. I talked to my friend who's on Facebook. He let me know today. He put on his Facebook that telling people come to Tom Cartwright 4375 on YouTube. He told him I talk about a few things. When I don't feel good, he usually calls and check up on me, see how I'm doing, because he lives over in Louisville, Kentucky. He said, "You want on Facebook?" I said, "You can put me on it, but I'm not going to download the apps because they violate people's First Amendment rights, and it's not worth it, you know." You know, I might make some people mad. I do have people. If it wasn't for the people that lives around me, I wouldn't have this studio mic that's sitting here. I wouldn't have this little sound card box.
We're still real good on water.
But I got a thing from YouTube about something, because that's the day I got this studio mic and sound card. Told them, you can go to Amazon and Walmart. Maybe I don't know. That's one thing I've learned. They never do tell you what it's about. Copyright law. I know Pepsi is copyright, and I drink it. Oh, my arm hurts. I forgot to take my pain pill. Here is what the mug root beer looks like. 0 sugar. They came out with that a couple of weeks ago, at least around here. If you all got diabetes, I know you told me what was in the sugar free. But that it has helped cut my A1C down low. Plus that Ozempic. So that's something, everybody's body is different. Thank you, Samantha. What are we old people gonna do? You adults, it's on here. You probably got a grandpa or dad and mom, maybe old. Maybe you want to get them into YouTube. And they can talk about family history. Or you can do a cooking show. I know there's cooking shows all over YouTube. You can do that. I know you ladies got a green thumb and got a pretty flower beds. You could show people about a flower bed, how to get started. I'm going to tell you something I love is persimmon pudding. Oh, boy. I miss that old lady that lived next door to me when I lived in Charlestown. She died years ago. I used to take her garbage out on Wednesday and bring it back on a Thursday. One day I didn't get to take her garbage out. I had a heart attack. I want to thank Lieutenant John Hartman. I don't know what his rank now is. He was with the Charleston Police Department then, plus he was a fireman on top of that, an EMT paramedic. If it wasn't for him and the other person with him, I could have been dead now. But it took the stupid ambulance 20 minutes to get there. That makes me mad. When I bought this house, I see what's the closest fire department, for medical reasons. I want, because I know the fire department got EMTs with them, the first responders. You probably got them where you all live. Don't never give up, Casey. Don't give up. I got faith in you. The man upstairs got faith in you. You can do it. When I first bought this house where I live, I ordered tulips and other things. It took longer to get here for some reason. I gave some to my neighbors. We got to take care of each other. And they all came up the first year. Second year, they went, they died or something happened. But that's okay. I've learned since then what I have to do is probably dig it out, put some good dirt in it, good pot and soil, all this in it, But also, people, you all can do videos. Okay, I hope you're all right, Samantha. I'll be praying for you. Everybody else in the chat will pray for you. Just drive safe. Take it easy. Watch them idiots out there driving. Thank you, Samantha, for showing up today. That's for you, Samantha. My clock over there is 2 minutes off compared to my cell phone. See, Samantha, everybody cares about everybody. If I got all you in here, and it makes me feel proud. I got somebody to talk to. Because all I got is my kitty cats. That's Margaret. There's Kathy, the yellow cat. I think the other one's Blackie. Up there is Alex. That's Margaret, firstborn. They keep me company. I got Socks laying right here, is sleeping. He's probably 13. His dad died last year. His name was Barry. He was a yellow and white cat, was fixed. And his mom, Socks' mom, was a Siamese cat. She was a lovable cat. And she'd always jump in bed with me, tap me on my shoulder, and I look over, about half asleep, raise my arm and blanket. She would get underneath the blanket and sleep. That was her favorite place to sleep. Also, it's that's where she had her babies. And this blue blanket, you see, that's Socks' baby blanket. Because he was born underneath that blanket. I will give a shout out to all these people. The one that got me the studio mic, sound card, the tripod with the cell phone holder, and the cell phone thing on my dash of my car. I couldn't do that without you. And I like using live stream. That's what I use on my mobile phone, live stream. prison live stream. Let's put it that way. This computer right here, it's an old HP. 95% of your people says I need a gaming computer. I showed you a video of it. But you see how much they cost? I paid for this computer when it was new about $300. So, but I didn't know I was going to live stream or this and that because I had the money back there then, you know. But I've been looking at, because this one that I showed you in the video, it starts with a LO something, you know, you just have to watch it. Can I afford it? No. I would love to live stream, kill me a baby fly. That'd teach you to be slow. And I like to live stream on Prison Live. Hey, you got a point. You got a point, War. What was that movie with Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds? Something about a cat house. I guess you could say I got a cat house, but not that kind of cat house. See, people think it's funny, but that's okay. You you live out in the country, you gotta have outside cats and a few inside cats. I can't tell the difference from regular mug group beer. Because you know, out in the country, you're going to have mice and moles. I don't think moles will come in your house. Your mice will. And, you know, I miss Patty. She was the mouse catcher. She passed away, I think, last year. Don't know what they're dying from because they're eating good. You know, I make sure there's no poison out. Only thing I got mostly out is those fly traps you see on the ceiling. But Patty was in here with the other female cats. And I was sleeping one night. I felt something crawling up my back. I looked and it was a mouse. I said, Patty, get that mouse off of my bed. But she was the mouse catcher. I don't think Socks, he's too old and he don't have that many teeth. That's how come he has to eat real soft food. All he got is those two big teeth right here in front. And the tomcats in the living room. John Wayne, Tiger, Rooster, Timothy McGee. I think Timothy McGee would be the cat that will catch the mice. Because he's a cat that's all the way different. You go to the icebox, he's right underneath your feet. But the other tomcats knows not to get underneath your feet. For some reason, Timothy McGee, I know, I'm a NCIS fan, and he don't seem to learn. You could smack him with the newspaper. He still comes back. So 12:55. So, but everybody, I get. I thought cat houses were illegal in all states except Nevada. Better be careful, Tom. Hey, I love it. I got a cat house, but the four-legged cat house. So I've been to a few cat houses back in my younger days. Up the road in Scott County back years ago, they had quite a few cat houses until the new sheriff showed up in town. So, you all made me feel good today. That cop picking temperature got to be wrong. It's 54 from what my cell phone. Computer got 44. So, everybody, Casey, I hope you're happy what I've talked about. Because right now, I'm down on men who abuse women. It makes me so, well, PO, it makes me mad. I know there's women who does get abused out there. And ladies, you have to report it. You got to have a paper trail. I know you're afraid, just like this lady up in Scott County, Indiana. He threatened to kill her and the kids. I know there's people on here from Scott County. If there's any police reports about any woman getting abused that was called in by one of you persons out there, that's how come check with your sisters, your cousins, your aunts. If you're close to them, if they change a little bit. So you'll keep an eye. It could be your daughter. I know what some fathers would do, because that's one I did to this one that abused one of my daughters. I threatened to kill him. Knock on wood, I didn't do it, but he didn't do it no more. Because something about the family history. All my kids, we know about each other's feelings. Maybe it's a link. I know I can see it in my brain. Maybe it's something that God gave me and my children. Okay, War, I'm thinking what kind of graphics card it has. That's where I'm running into this computer. Do your homework and look up Prison Live Studio. Or maybe contact their support and ask them what kind of graphic card that you need. Maybe it's something in there like that computer I showed you. I've taken away apart one of these laptops. I didn't know what the blankety blank I was looking at. I know a desktop computer, you can buy a new graphics card. But I made a mistake over 10 years ago giving my computer away to somebody. Well, I know you can buy a graphics card for a desktop, but I was told you couldn't do it for a laptop. You know, that shows you how much I don't know about computers. If you, it probably, I've been thinking, couldn't, like I say, could you buy, like I got this live sound card there that I got plugged into my computer. Could you just buy a graphics card, like a box, where you can plug it into your computer and make that your main graphics card? See, I don't know what the ATL, that much about it. Well, since I'm sitting up, my back's hurting, so I'm going to, socks. You have to be laying in the wrong place, but that's okay. I can scoot over, turn it this way. You see this right there? There's that studio mic. And like I say, you all can, I got to tilt this down more. Oh, that's the bad part about getting old. When you got arthritis, 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, sugar, I'm falling to pieces. But what else is old people going to do? That's how come I'm asking you all out there. You got maybe a father, mother, uncle, grandpa. You might want to teach them about YouTube. Way they can get on here and talk to other people. So that'd be something I would love to do. I got a question for you all. You seen my little humidifier? What me gonna get $800? I don't know. God will talk to certain people out there. I gotta tell it more. And I put this table up yesterday. It's a kind of bamboo table. It's falling to pieces. It got this glass cover on it, maybe 3 foot in diagonal, maybe like a stop sign that got the corners in it. That's when I got my computer set on, got my scanner, my clock, got my studio mic mounted to the glass, all this, Well, you all been good to me. What, cute cat? But better part about it, I can't see that computer that far away. Well, if that junkyard was open from me, they probably would have them, but they're closed. Have you looked in what is it, J.C. Kit, J.C. Whitney catalog? They might have something like you want to hunt for. You'll find them. Well, you know what they're going to cost. They know what a new one costs. It should be half price. In Louisville, Kentucky, we got what they call, I think, pull apart, something like that. You know, you pay a fee, you go in a lot, you know, that's mostly insurance reasons, you know, you pay for that. You bring your own tools, or they rent you the tools. Margaret, get off of the table. Good girl. Come on, get in. Good girl. That's something new. $46,000 and it's 2001. Or some old lady from Pasadena must kept it in the garage and only. I found cars that old that don't have many miles on it. I had my neighbor, he had a 2011 Toyota Camry. It had, I think, 45,000 on it. He only drove it on Sundays, you know. Since I've been living here, he only drove it on Sundays. But that was a nicer car of mine. I think, let's see, I think it had the bigger engine in it. Cause if I remember right, I think it had dual exhaust on it, I think, but I'm not sure. So, but let's see, I'm dreading Friday. I guess I can look on my app on my cell phone for my medicine. Then they want to know about x-rays and that other one. How do they expect me to have something like that? You know, because all them records is at the doctor's office. So I don't know how long the doctors keep them. Yeah, I had this one thing, not a DMR, where you lay on this table and they give you earphones or something to listen. There's music, and it's like the drums are beating while you're in there. Because they done it for my brain scan. You know, the doctor will make sure, because for hearing aids and stuff. They want to make sure my brain was okay. And like ladies, I know how you feel when you have the ultrasound done, when they put that cream on there and go across your belly. They done it up under my heart. That stuff is cold. And now I apologize to all the women when they said it was cold. Till I had it done to me, I didn't know that. Oh, I guess it's time for me to walk to the mailbox, the country mailbox. So, I hate to do that. Thank you all for the thumbs up. And I got to bring my computer. Hello, Headshot. Well, I don't know, because when I first started the stream, I do talk about abused women. There's a lady I know that lives up the road from me in Scott County. She's afraid to leave because she has been abused. She left her husband to kill her and the kids. I couldn't live with it. And something up here told me to talk about the abuse that the women's going through. And make sure they have a paper trail. And that's why I do that. I just want to educate some people. You can do research on it. I'm just going by what I know I've seen with my eyes. And you all remember, I forget what state it is, this woman killed her husband because she was being abused. Socks move, you on the TV. Come on, lay down, baby. And because she didn't call the police or 911, the state that she was in, they charged her with murder, and they found her guilty. But since a whole lot of people out there in that state, there's a few other states that the governor stepped in and they're out of jail, out of prison. So, that's how come I talk. Some of them comes up here that I know that I know being abused. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm going to try my best, because I need to get that point out. Because I know ladies are afraid to report it because he's a control freak. But ladies, you got to break the cycle. Because maybe your old man, maybe his mom and dad was abusive. He probably saw that. So, but you got to have a paper trail. I know a control freak will follow you every place. Check your cell phone out, your email accounts. That's a control freak. I know, man. You're going to say, how come he doesn't talk about men getting abused by the women? But it does happen. Men does get men does get abused. That does happen, but men, you don't report it. I've done that once. They act like they didn't believe me. So, that's the problem. But ladies, you need a paper trail. If he breaks your arm or anything or a bloody nose, you go to the hospital. You can tell the doctor you don't want him in there. You got to have a paper trail. And the doctor will call the police and have the police show up and arrest him. Don't be afraid to testify. I know how it is. People's afraid to do this and that. But with God's help, He'll do it. He'll help you. You don't have to go to church every Sunday. You can sit at home and watch it on TV or your local radio station. And any of your ladies that's on here, you should do a video on people about. Tell them your life story about you being abused. That I would say will help other ladies out. That's only my opinion. And I've talked today about the ex-sheriff Jamie Noe getting in trouble again. He's supposed to went to court, but I ain't got any text because they was talking about canceling it. It is, Casey. I try to give you all ideas about certain things because people's giving me ideas. I had a woman that watches my YouTube channel. She sits there and watches. She don't chat. And she asked me, can I talk about abused women? And this and that, because she was one. But she got... What did you all just knock off the chair? Copy is scared the daylights out of me. Well, it must have been somewhere out. You all committing suicide. Copy picker, shoe fly, don't bug me. Shoe fly, don't bug me. Yeah, Have Gun Will Travel. That's a good old show. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. But, if I can help one person, that'll make him happy. It makes me feel better. Like I say, I know some good police officers. They said you got to have a paper trail. You know, you got to break the chain. And, you know, I've asked a few of them about it. There's people out there that will help you.
That's the purpose. She didn't want to be seen.
So, if I can help one person, I'm very proud. And you need, like I said, you need a paper trail. Come on, fly, go away. I probably shut the window, but I love that fresh air. So, Lordy. Oh, well, I'll be on here tonight. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that, Casey. But when you do that, let me know, because I would love to watch it. You probably got friends out there who've been abused. You know, as a man, I can't give you my views that I tell you it's wrong. And I know I can't do this on YouTube. I got StreamYard, but I'm getting short of hours. The free version, you can only do 20 hours. You know, I just don't have the money. I think if you look at what it costs you a month, I think maybe $29, I think. And if you watch like the DUR guy, that's what he's using. He's using StreamYard where he can bring, like they're on the computer screen, into his video, you can see him. But this computer brain is not that smart. You know, you got to go up there where the URL is, copy, paste this and that. Hey, I know Trying Beware, we went through this and I wrote it all down. I have watched videos from StreamYard. It's going to take 20 times to watch that video before it soaks into my brain. Here's to all you good looking ladies.
Mm.
You know, I'm blowing you a kiss because I know you all been through hell. Pardon my French. That's good, Casey. But that's what you need to do. And it'll help me understand it more. It could make a good book. That would make a good. There's probably books out there, but no, like Casey doing it on YouTube, that'll reach more people. I don't know, maybe you can name it, my abuse of 26 years by my husband. You know, she's smarter than I am. So, you know, she could think of it. And you might want to leave your last name of it, maybe your husband's first name or whatever, or maybe the state you lived in at the time. What? Where you at? What you doing down there, Blackie? What? Come on. Come on, Blackie. Come on. What? Yeah, I love you too. I know you got water because I replaced the water this morning. You done been fed your food. So I guess I'm going to get off of you. Some of you got to go to work. I know it's embarrassing. But I believe, like I said, I'm not in the field, no degrees. It helps them out to talk about it. You know, I know it's painful. You know, some people might cheat on their husband because the husband ain't doing the homework. But that's no right to beat the heck out of a lady. You know, because maybe she ain't cleaned the house up or this or that, or she didn't cook the right thing. You know, that's stupid. You know, a relationship is supposed to be 50-50. That's what I believe. My dad or grandpa and great grandpa, they would have been married that long if they didn't come to a compromise. Dad and mom had a few arguments. I remember growing up. But you learn stuff. You learn how to compromise. Maybe, what do you people think? Should they teach a marriage course in school? Or before you get married, that to teach you how to be a husband and wife? Don't you all think about something like it? I know there's a whole lot of dead people out there, women, but God would take care of those people. You know, they get their head beat in, or they get a black eye, a broken arm, or they get killed. You know, I know you ladies are afraid. I'm not a lady. But I wouldn't put up with it, but I can see your point. I'm not a lady. Like, you need to tell your story, what you went through, how you got out of it. You know, they need to hear it. You know, because I've talked about it. I've talked to people that. I'm just repeating some of the things that they told me. But your ladies has been abused and you're out of it now. You need to get on YouTube and tell your story about it. That'll help you out. Because what's going to happen if you go to a psychiatrist? You're going to talk to him or her. So it'd be best to, do it on YouTube. You know, people could look at you. You can talk about how you got out of it. And tell them about the paper trail. Because you all know some of the stories I'm talking about. I forget what state. I'm saying 10 plus years ago. It could be less, it could be more. They was found guilty of murder because she didn't have the paper trail. That's one I've been told by a few police officers. The ladies have to have called it in. As I keep saying, you hear it, you see it, you report it. I know you all probably get out more than I do. I went, got me some weekly papers that comes out today. Scott County and Clark County. And I've talked a little bit today about the ex-sheriff. And I talked about the credit cards. It's in his name. What is it, American Express? Like I say, you can read the story. But they said send the bill to the Utica Fire Department. Because they tried to cancel it. They said the only one can cancel it is the ex-sheriff Jamie. No. All they can do is tell the credit company it's not our bill. We're not going to pay it. I know it gives you a bad credit thing for a fire department. You know, I just turn it back to them with a letter. We copy it and said, this is not our bill. He's no longer with the fire department. We're not responsible for it. We did not approve him getting a credit card and so on. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I was hoping to get up to 60. So I don't want that. $57 degrees outside. So that makes me happy. Hey, people, when you call somebody and it shows spam, you need to leave a voicemail. You know, I hate this bull crap. That's how come I keep my phone turned off. I know you people hate to leave voicemails. But when it shows spam, you know, this upsets me. You call the number back and says no longer in service. See, they're spooking those phone numbers. You know, they get caught. They get caught somehow one day. So I guess I'm going to get off of here. Put my shoes on, take my window cleaner, take out there and clean a little sticker off, on your plate and dry it off, put my new sticker on. Because there'll be a cop that had a bad day pull me over. See that? It's expired as of the, I think, 14th or 15th. But that's okay. I go outside and do that. That way I can go to the mailbox, give you a little break. Megan Fox, the umbrella guy and DUI guy, I want you to do a story on the ex-sheriff of Clark County, Indiana, Jamie Noel. I know somebody's watching my videos. When I do the Alvin thing, I was watching somebody's live stream in Florida. I tell you, it's Madam Mayor. She had that Alvin Chipmunk voice. If you all don't remember who Alvin on, they had back years ago, Alvin and the Chipmunks with the human keeper was, I think, David, And David would always say, Alvin! You remember, I like old cartoons like that. Yeah, Dave was his name. I love Alvin too. I grew up watching Alvin and the Chipmunks. And you probably wouldn't remember Sky King. That was back in the black and white TV days. It was on a ranch and had a 2-engine airplane, Sky King. And Fury was a horse. And Roy Rogers and Rin Tin Tin. And I know you know who the Bonanza is. Ben Cartwright, Adam, Hoss, Little Joe, Hop Sing. Man, what would I do with 40,000 acres? That would be nice, but I ain't that rich. But I did have a dream. I haven't mentioned it for a while. I had a dream. This property covers 3 states. It's somewhere, either Kentucky or Georgia. There's a mountain that you could see all 3 states. Hey, Mark, Alex, you're not a good mama. You love all the babies. You don't even love your own baby. This is your baby right here, Alexi. That's no way to be. Look at your mother. Look at your mother like that. She's looking at you. She takes care of all the babies, Alex. Even her own grandbaby, which that's your job. I know you only had one, but your mother only had one. But now look at the sisters you got. Oh, that's something to think about. You got your baby sister, Nancy, up here. Oh, that's Kathy. That's Nancy. Boy. See, this is Alexi. And the cat I was jumping on is her mother. You know, I guess cats can get charged with abuse of a child. I'm talking to, let me turn my computer around. See that cat right there on the dresser? That's Alex. And the cat below her is Blackie. And this cat right here, that's her firstborn. You know, I guess cats is like humans. They can be abusing. You know, she took care of this baby when she was little. But every time Alexi tried to get close to Alex, she gets mad. But grandmother, her mama looks like her, but only got a short little white spot right here. She takes care of her grandbabies. And Blackie is Wildcat's baby. She takes care of them. You know, I treat them like my kids. They get fed better than I do. And I keep the cat box clean out. I tell you, people, you know, if you got inside cats, you got a cat box, unless you got the money, one of those cat little boxes that rotates and dump it there. You know, that's okay. I wish I could afford them. I would need two of them, one for the cats in here and one for the tomcats in the living room. But I use what they call horse pellets. I guess it's bedding for horses. It smells like pine. You get your regular sized little box. You just sprinkle enough to cover from end to end. Since that's the first time, you got to sprinkle some cat litter in it. That way they know it's the cat box. So, and you can take your scooper and clean out number 2. And then when it gets wet and all that, those pellets turns into sawdust. And you can throw it in your garden or in your flower bed if you're starting. Yeah, Rawhide. Rawhide is still on, so is Wagon Train. Cheeto, I'm talking to Alex, the calico cat. She was getting on the black cat. She even gets on her own baby. You know, when Alexi was a baby kitty cat, she gave her the bath and cleaned up after her, fed her. But grandmother was right there with her, helping her take care of it. So, you know, that's what, you know, I love about cats. They give you unconditional love. I got the fly swatter, but I usually use the newspaper. So I got newspaper right here. I love cats. Now Gunsmoke is on. Let's see, where's my remote? Yeah, Gunsmoke is on right now. Who all got METV? There's an African American guy and a white guy in a boxing ring. I forget who the black guy is. And I think that guy plays the horsemith or the barn guy in the stable. That looked like to be Burt Reynolds. So I think I'm going to let you off of here. Maybe. I don't know. It depends.
I like it. I love it. I want some more.
Hey, people, I've been on here for 2 hours and 40 minutes. You know, just hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe bell. And then you new people that subscribe, I get something on my cell phone, like an email or something like that. Then I click on your name and I subscribe to your channel. You know, you help me out, I help you out. That's what God wants me to do. You know, He puts things in my mind. Chico must be on his way to work. The only time he gets on here when he's home or taking a break from work. So
Okay. Here's Alvin. Yeah, Alan is talking to you. Yeah, I'm having a good old time. So, I hope everybody had a good day. I want to thank you for coming here. I can't do it without you. I want to thank you all that donated the studio mic and the sound card and the other things. I can't do it without you. I want to tell you, you can donate 2 ways. Tom Cartwright, 4375 at Post Office Box 1, Charlestown, Indiana, 47111. Or if you know the Cash App, you know what you have to do. It's the $, Tom Cartwright, 43. Okay, Chico.
Okay. Is this better, Chico? It sounds like a oh man. Hey Chico. Hey Chico, you make me laugh.
yeah, that's some of the gadgets, but I wish it had more on there. You know, I've been looking at different things in videos. You know, I might ask old Megan Fox. She got a new one. You know, That'd be nice. Let's see if I can find this one. Here comes the scarecrow. Here comes the scarecrow. Here. I just shot that scarecrow with my AK-47. But that's okay. I gotta have something, people. Tell your friends. Just killed another one. That's what I get for opening that window there. But I want fresh air. Get the house of toasters out of the house. Okay, people. So you know it's coming to the end of the chat. I hope you all had a good day. Will I be on here tonight? It depends who's having their live stream, like the DUI guy, Megan Fox, the umbrella guy. And I like to see Megan Fox, the umbrella guy, and DUI guy, since he lived close to Clark County, to do a story about Jamie Knoll. That's only my opinion, but they can do what they want to. To me, that need to be in the mainstream news. They just get local news. So, you know, Megan Fox, if you on here, which I know you probably are, I know the umbrella guys are probably in the background. I know you sitting there. And, you know, expert, I know he sits back there. He don't say nothing. But you can make donations in them two places, people. Either a money order, cashier card, or gift cards. You know I got kitty cats. You know what they need. So you can send it to the post office box. Then you put a note in it and tell me what it's for and how much it is. Because I hate to go through a line. If it's for cat food, how much is for the cat food? You know, I try to save money wherever I go. You know, when I go to JC store / Kroger, I got the card. That saves me a few cents if you know what I'm talking about. So I want you all have a good night, good day. So I want to thank you all. Thank me, making me feel better, Chico, Casey, Samantha. You make me feel real good. You make me feel good here in my heart. So it feels good here. And like I say, you women need who've been abused. I think it was Casey, I think. You know. I think it was Casey. So I want to say goodbye, people. And you all have a good day. Now, pay attention. Ain't that fun? I wish it had more things on it, like boo or Biden's voice or Clinton's voice or something like that. So I want to say good afternoon. I might be, on here. Can't guarantee it. But I want to thank you all. Megan Fox, the expert, MG Law, the umbrella guy. So watch them people. I love watching them. I get education, especially Larry Foreman, the DUI guy. When he explained some of the things on his shows, he explained it for people who's not, too smart. He explains it. That's what I like about Larry Foreman. But I like to see the DUI guy and Megan, the umbrella guy, and MG Law do a story of the ex-sheriff Jamie Noel. I would love to see it. That's only my opinion. Something like that needs to be out there in the national headlines. Because it could be happening in your state or your town, that's what I believe. So I'm going to get off of here. You all have a great day. And I love you all. And thank you. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the bell. Did I forget anything, people? But you all be good. Like I say, you hear it, you see it, you report it. Hashtag buckle up. Hashtag that's the law. Thank you, Larry Foreman, for having that. That's very good. Hashtag buckle up. Hashtag it's the law. It is the law. So I want to thank you all. Okay, go get what you need there. See you later, my friend. It's nice talking to you all. So I love you all. God bless you.